was a day like today in 1983 when we seen this object. Well, it wasn't an object, it was a shining back there. We didn't know what it was. And I couldn't really get a clear picture of it. I went in the house and got my binoculars and looked out across the field and make out what was out there, and I couldn't really see very good because of the way the terrain is here.
But with your naked eye, you'd seen some stuff go in it.
Yeah, I did, glittering.
And what about you?
Well, that's what he told me. He said, there's something out there. I keep seeing something flickering. It's out of the ordinary. You just don't see something, you know, shining and flickering across.
And so it's right out here.
It was right across there.
Now, when you got here and you put the binoculars up, what exactly could you see?
Well, when I put the binoculars up and looked in there, there was a green cone-shaped craft back there. It was green and looked solid. And it had there was a door on it with a platform coming out onto the side of the hill. And then the lizard-type creature, he was standing next to the cone-shaped ship. I told Paula, I said, look, Paula, there's something back there. Look at this. Look at this. And she took the binoculars and looked through them.
I took them and I looked. Just like that. And I couldn't see I didn't see the craft, but I could see the creature.
Now,
and then I got to...
Which creature?
It had big green eyes. And it looked like leaves on it, or like it was camouflaged. And I'm looking at it, and then it looked at me with its big eyes, and my heart just stopped beating, and I couldn't breathe. And I just said, it's staring right back at me. And so then I handed them back to Ron. I said, I saw the thing, and it's looking right back at me. And so then he started looking some more, and I was really getting scared.
Now, where is it? Which one saw the cow and these two little griffins?
That's where we looked again. I was back there trying to find out where that ship and everything was, back and forth, and I could see it. And I passed the binoculars back to Paula again because we were fighting back and forth with binoculars. Man, we
wanted to see, because I keep thinking, has it moved? You know.
And that's when she looked and seen that little.
I looked at, because see, then I'm looking over there and I'm thinking, all right, if he's right there, then what's was shining? And I saw this big black cow laying down with its mouth, and I said, my God, they got a cow. I thought, what are they doing to it? And it was just laying there. And it had its eyes open, and its tongue was like hanging out a little bit, not real bad, but it just laid there and didn't move. And they just were running their fingers over it like that, and running them down it and looking at their fingers.
Now, these are two little
silver beings, and their heads, it didn't look like there was no helmet on. So, because I thought, I wonder if they can breathe our air, so you would think like an astronaut helmet or something. But I didn't see nothing like that. But they had these little packs on their back.
Okay, now show me again. Let's say that the cow...
And the cow was laying down.
Here, and it's completely still.
And its head is like right where your foot would be, and its mouth's open. And then there was one being on one side and one on the other. And they just reached over to it and were like fingering through its hair on its neck. Because, like, see, there's its neck and the head. And they were just doing like that. And then looking at their fingers. Then the next thing is they had their hands over it, and there was a black ramp. And they just went like this. And the cow just went up, and it just floated right up the ramp into a hill. And once it got into the hill, like where the trees are, see?
You mean like a conveyor belt or something?
Yeah.
Did they just like float? Did the cow float?
The cow just floated right up. And there was nobody hauled it. I mean, it just moved right onto that ramp and just went right up and disappeared right into the hill. Where the trees are and everything. And it looked like there was actually a hill that it went up into.
Which was the ship. And Paula got me real nervous.
I got scared.
She got real scared because she said, hey, if they're doing that to animals, what can they, what's next? Here we are a family. They can come over here and do as they well please if they're doing,
Out in the boondocks. We told everyone, said, oh man, we saw these aliens out there with this cow. They said, oh, sure you did. Nobody could find nothing.
Like we were crazy.
So later on I said, oh, how's everything going with your cows over there? And he said, yeah, we're missing a cow. I said, oh, really? Is it a black cow? They said, yeah.